Hi, this is Ms. Chocorolo. Welcome to Art Lockdown. Today I'm responding to a student feedback regarding the facial features. I was asked to draw the eye, the mouth and the nose separately and requested specifically not to do any shading technique. So today we'll be just focusing on the shape, the line and the direction of the brush strokes. The media that we'll be using are watercolours and some colouring pencils. Okay, so materials wise, we need also paper, HB pencil. You definitely need a mirror. So I've got a mirror here, and you need a rubber as well. Right, so first of all, I did my shape. So let's start new. I was just practicing beforehand. But yes, so what you need is if you struggle of drawing shapes of your eye, so I would just do a nice little circle here, very lightly pressure with your pencil. Just keep hovering around until you're happy. And then this is where you need to look at the mirror. So this could be the top of your eye, and just start creating that shape. So my eye corner's here, and I know my eye corner kind of matches the end of my eye. But it's not too high, I would say, my eye shape. I would say slightly goes down a little bit here. It's not too high. Okay, and that's why you have to always measure the distance. I'm always like measuring using, this is the way I measure when I'm looking in the mirror. So I kind of find out how wide my white bits are, and so I know by looking at the mirror my eye corner, the bottom bit needs to go down just a slightly, because that bottom of the eye should be lower than the eye corner. Okay, I think I'm pretty much happy with my shape. Maybe I need to just extend it a little bit here. Keep looking. Okay, I'm happy. So let's just rub out the guidelines or construction lines. Right, so we've done the shape of the eye. That's my shape of my eye. And remember, some of yours could be a little bit kind of here straighter, could be a little bit like that. So look carefully, but mine's more smooth, kind of roundish. Okay, and then we do the eyelid. So my eyelid starts from here. And it should end here, but because I'm getting old, I have another crease. Got like two eyelids. You probably wouldn't, but so that's why I'm looking carefully at the mirror. Okay, slightly creases here. The lines are going, the directions are going that way, so I'm doing it just gently. Okay, and then we're going to do the iris. So usually I'll do it in the middle. I'll just start drawing a circle gently, somewhere in the middle here. how much white is it going to be on both sides. So you have a look in the mirror. Maybe extend it up to here a little bit. Okay, so I'm kind of happy. Again, it depends on the light, your pupil. So more light, smaller, darker, bigger. I'm just gonna look at it there. It's quite a light here. And then the reflection, I can see some people do the reflection now, draw the shapes, but I like to do it at the end. So I'm not going to do any reflections at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit more darker, more depth. Always outlines, always make it more, define it so it stands out. Always the outlines. It kind of stands out. You don't really see a circle, do you? Just let's hide that bit. There you go. Okay. And now we're going to do some lines. It's quite thin lines all the way around, like a kind of like a bicycle wheel. Just go over it. The direction of your lines is so important. Okay, right, now I think we're ready to do some watercolours. Let's do some painting. Okay, so brush, I will just use number 3. And this one should be yeah. So the smaller the numbers, the thicker it is. The higher the numbers, the thinner the smaller it is, yeah? Right, so looking at my iris, I've got brown eyes, but I don't just use one colour. Remember, we need to use lots of different shades of brown. So we always start with a lighter colour. So this is like a wet to wet technique. So while it's wet, I'm just spreading it. There you go. I love this. I like watercolours. And we can make it a little bit more darker while it's wet. So I'm looking at the mirror, and I think you can see the outside of the iris is much darker. Just gently. Just doing the blending technique. I'm just trying to blend in. Again, I'm not doing it like this, my brush strokes. I'm using the contour lines because the shape is kind of curved. I'm trying to create that form. So it's really important the direction of your brush strokes, because some of you have noticed you just colour it like that. That's wrong. Okay. I can see a little bit of orange here. So I'm using lots of different shades of brown. Not one colour, lots of different shades. Okay. And then you can keep going on until you're happy. So I'm just going to move on to, just going to use a bit of black, just for the outside. Remember, again, it needs to be much darker. So it just stands out a bit. Okay. Your top of your eye should be quite dark here, quite thick line. Okay, now the inside bit, they look a bit flat, so we're gonna create some nice form. So again, I'm gonna use my contour lines. I'm gonna use white. Again, the direction of my brush strokes, you can see. I'm just going to create that so it looks more realistic. There you go. And when this is all dried, we can use the colouring pencil to add more details. Again, you do your the skin colour. So you might need a plate, but I'm just going to put it on my paper here, being a little bit naughty. Just get that colour right. Bit of orange, bit of red, until you get that colour. Yeah, that could be nice. A little bit of yellow. And look at my brush strokes, I'm following the lines. So I'm going that way. And see how I'm holding also the brush. Yeah, like I'm holding a pen, like as if I'm holding with a pencil. And any details, I tend to keep it upright like this. This is drying up now. I need to add a bit more water. Again, I'm using the direction of the brush strokes. I'm creating that form again. I'm going down that way. Blending techniques, I'm trying to blend with the other colours. Okay. And then when it's dried, I'm just checking. It's not quite dry, but make sure yours would be dried. You could, yeah, use your colouring pencil. So the colouring pencils I've picked the colour of my pupil. I've got light brown, dark brown, maybe a little bit of yellow, and white for the highlight. I'm just going to define it a little bit more. So basically this is the refining bit, isn't it? We're just making improvements. So leave a little bit of, yeah, some nice light. Dark brown. Right. Again, keep doing those lines. Keep gently. So leave a little bit of some in the background. I like it. I like the colour. Change it to another colour. Change it to dark brown again. Because the outside of I'm looking at the mirror, I can see the outside is much more darker. So in, dark. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just doing like this. Squiggly, squiggly up, squiggly, squiggly up, squiggly, squiggly up, squiggly, squiggly. Nice little pattern I'm creating here. Bit of yellow. missed that bit here. So around the pupil. Okay. And just keep going, practicing. You don't need to use yellow. Okay. So again, it depends on what you see. Now you've got the shape and the lines correct. Sorry about that. Oh, my voice. I'm losing my voice. And then you can start adding some highlights. But highlights, we always use them at the end. I've forgotten something. Eyelashes. So eyelashes, I don't have quite a lot of eyelashes. My eyelashes are not going up because usually eyelashes always go up, don't they? But mine doesn't go up. Mine's actually... That's my eyelashes. But if yours goes up, yeah. So just put this direction, basic, it's like that. So it's not like that, not straight, just nice and curved. So mine's kind of different lengths. It's quite a lot here. I can see some here as well. I'm going to leave this bit here. There is a little bit of, because my eye, it doesn't start right at my bottom eyelash. It doesn't start from here. It kind of just starts from here. There's a little bit of skin here. Just leave that bit there. This bit's pink. Ooh, I need pink, so actually I need some red crayon. Or red colouring pencil, sorry. I'm using my finger just to blend it. Okay. So this bit's quite nice and pink. I'm just adding some nice tones. This is actually a watercolour pencil. I've just realised. Okay, so, and then once it's dried, you can start using the highlight. So this bit's dried, so I can start, look, I can see the reflection. There's a bit of light here coming. Some little bit of lights here. Again, look, there's some, I can see some rain, so you can draw some little bit of, like, gently, some rains as well. I think it because I'm tired. And when this is dried, I'll probably make this more lighter. Or we could use the white paint. Yeah, so if you make a mistake, you could always, you know, go over it again with watercolours. And when this is dried, obviously it's not, you can just add more white just to blend it down. Yeah, so give me your feedback and let me know what you think. And now I'll be showing you how to draw a nose.